Un partiale, vamos a empezar. Partiale, un partiale.
Chivalry is dead.
Your team is banning.
They call me a hero because
Your
I saved my
team is
nation from
banning.
falling apart.
Teams in the West Africa. We have arrived at the ultimate showdown, two teams, two legacies, one trophy. Where we stand tall when the dust settles. This is XENAGOGUE, the church, versus Cartel, the drug lords. In a fight for supremacy, this will leave you on the edge of your seat. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue side, we have XENAGOGUE, Nigeria's reigning kings of Mobile Legends, the church that preaches dominance and nothing else.
I've been
Always
waiting.
deliver destruction, led by their tactical mastermind Tata. This squad has been a force to reckon with. But then again, on the other side, we have standing on their way is El Cartel, the drug lords, Nigeria's IESF representatives who claw their way down from the upper bracket to the lower bracket, and finally they meet in the upper bracket. And tonight, Ekate is not just here for revenge, but they are here for victory. This isn't just a grand final, ladies and gentlemen. It's collision of destinies. For Xenagogue is extending their legacy, proving their way that they are untouchable. For El Cartel, this is redemption. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Xenagogue versus El Cartel is about to ignite. I'm your host, SHINIGAMI, and before we talk further, I have a special guest for us on tonight's game. Welcome, Crab, to the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Kami. That was such a wonderful introduction. I see you've seriously gotten better at doing this shit. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful night. I certainly am. And we are bringing you the match of the year. I feel like this is definitely going to be the finals of this year, man. Xenagogue versus El Cartel. I think currently they are the top two strongest squads in the server. And we
Your
have,
team is
look at
picking.
that. Look at Kama going in for that Leila pick. Is it truly no? Are they about to show their dominance? But yeah, this is definitely going to be the match of tonight. What do you guys think the draft is going to? What do you guys think? Whose draft is better between the two sides? Do you think El Cartel's draft is better, or do you think Go's
Um,
draft is better? Kami, what do you think?
uh, if you look at the draft, though, like it's really looking in favor of sorry, Xenago, I mean to say, because that Kali are going in for those tsunami slam, probably pick up the back line because Kimi is in danger literally. But then again, I see them going for that Akai pick for that heavy speed to probably disrupt the Kalia's formation. But again, there's Badanga so to probably seal that in place for them to deal enough damage. But then again, I think Cartel is literally lacking that backline dive. Unless CC probably do something marvelous for us, I think CC will probably do something wonderful. But then again, don't underestimate the Badang pick as well. Anyway, my call goes for Cartel this draft though. Not gonna lie,
All right.
that
So
Layla when saying sorry, go
that
on.
Leila pick, yeah, that Leila pick looks like a troll, yeah. But looking at who decided to
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
You know, I want El Cartel. You know, El Cartel are the underdogs in this match. And once you're the underdog, you have nothing to lose. Once you're the underdog, people expect you to lose, so you just have to prove them wrong. So I really want El
Yeah.
Cartel to show up tonight. I believe they can. They have the ingredients to show up tonight. Let's just hope they're able to cook for us. So let's see how it goes.
All right, I think we have a pause coming up right away. But then again, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Sit tight because in the next 1 minute, we're going to have some fantastic clashes going on in the land of dawn as the Lord, or the turtle wheel is about to spawn. Okay, so it's already up literally. So there's going to be a fight just after this break. So make sure you sit tight, don't go anywhere indeed, because yeah, tonight is packed with a lot of fun.
Looking at Xenagogue's past few games, they usually have a trend of sometimes, just going in the back foot in the beginning before like his mid game when they that pop off and start to dominate the game. Like you can actually beat Xenagogue like maybe in the first two totals. But subsequently, like once it's that mid game to late game, I think that was really superior to other teams. They know how to handle that mid game to late game. I think most other teams, when they have the lead here, they kind of combo. They do not know what to do with their lead exactly. That's basically what's been happening to that team. They don't know how to maximize that their lead to
Mm.
the fullest. So, but the thing is, and the Senegal takes full advantage of that. Once they hit that mid game to late game power pack, I think they really know how to handle it. And I think it just comes in from the experience that
All right.
I think okay, we'll be going live in a few minutes, just few seconds now. Five, four, three, two, one. Let's see what the total fight is going to cook for us.
All right. Hold this up right now. The season I got already forced to go behind right now. That's Tsunami. Dash on to the back line, but then again, the city five going on right now is done. We try to go for that, but she didn't be able to secure up enough for themselves. They're gonna go for that shot once again to the front of General. That barrage coming up from outside there, but what we do much is Cartel is literally showing the attack on the face of Zergo, going for the edges and get a first blood. Down, he pick up that red buff as well for themselves, literally. Like I said before, like Crash said, I need to see that underdog performance is coming up, showing up the bit. They need to prove themselves that indeed they have what it takes to win this grand finals. Anyway, Crowd, like you've seen that fight. What do you think about that going towards the mid game? Is Crowd there? All right, I
So
think the
sorry,
heavy's been coming on once again. So it's only going to need to
sorry about the breakup coming. So yeah, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from the side of El Cartel. This was exactly what I wanted them to do. But I think they overstayed their welcome in this top lane and they are starting to allow Sicilian and Lancelot to pop off a bit. Sorry about the delay in the breaking transmission. Camel, I was just trying to get my stream set up so that I'll be able to interact with the comment section and all of that. But yeah, I think Cartel they've been doing everything correctly. I think they just adding like a bit of a nasty slip up top. And like I said, CC is like I think CC is the strongest SP laner. Because I don't think there's any SP laner that actually beats CC 1v1. When you're against a CC, what you just basically do is just try and clear your lane and avoid that. And you can see that happening in Arsenal. And Lila is definitely going to die there. That's an Akai going in or now. He stood absolutely no chance there. But then I don't think
All right,
Xenagogue is out of the game yet.
They said to force that poke though, 4v2 in the top lane. I think gonna back out right now as the Lord is literally up. We see Cartel going up for it. We got a contest coming up for the side of Xenagogue as Dan will be top lane taking his red buff for himself. The Lord, the total fully taken by the side of Cartel, I mean to say. But then again, it's not over yet, like one thing we get to see a lot from the side of Xenagogue is they try to troll you early game and make you like get that hope of winning this game. But then again, when it comes to mid to like late game, they show you their true cards. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost like they're underestimating their opponents. I don't say it's a bit insulting, but like, It's also playing mind games. You allow your opponents, just relax a bit, and then once they relax, they don't know that you guys have hit your storm spike. They engage you with a team fight, and that's basically how El Cartel has been cooking. You see a beautiful purify coming in from Irito to be able to escape that tsunami slam coming in from Sakura. Oh yeah,
Irene.
coming from King Irene, that was a well placed, beautiful purify to dodge that ult. And now he doesn't have to protect his
The
Layla,
Layla.
but good job. He's doing a good job there. I think Layla is going to be able to play, but we're going to see if that's a 5-man rotation. Absolutely crazy
So I
onto that.
think the everything coming in once again. Come on forward, look at the hand of border cars. We see somebody of the back line trying to go for two players. I mean to say, but then again, forced to retreat from that as we try to clear this forward. I mean to say. All right, and Cartel is literally in the face of XENAGOGUE once again. The seal is not yet spiked enough to deal enough damage to probably send Cartel back to their center of the map. But then again, the Cartel is literally dominating literally in this early game. We have the scoreboard going with 1 for 5, 2 turrets for 1. Cartel having this early game advantage right now. Alright, tsunami slam going on. Two shoes knocking. The backline also coming into the play once again, but sometimes he did that again. I don't able to get popped as well. We see that this coming in unlocking again. Get a kill once again. That's 3 times down the spot. XENAGOGUE, Cartel is on rampage, literally, guys. What do you think of what we said?
So, like I said, man, this trolling. If you look at if you look at now, El Cartel are getting a 4K gold lead for themselves. I think that's a clean gold lead here, but I think they're focusing a bit too much on. Well, I think their target prioritization is quite on point because of their focusing on the car, which is Kama. But if you look at it, Kama is still the highest gold, even though he has died 3 times. I felt he should be one of the lowest balls. I think he's still able to farm. I think they need to shut him out completely. And Sicilian gets a kill. Okay, we say 1-for-1 trade bot lane. And if you're in the side of El Cartel now, you don't want 1-for-1 trades. You want to be getting 1-for-0 trades basically, because you don't want to give XENAGOGUE any chance. And here's the thing: XENAGOGUE is very good at playing that late game. They are very good at playing that delay because they know they have the Sicilian, they have the Layla. I think Layla is probably the strongest marksman once the late game. And we don't have to talk about Sicilian. Everybody has been cowed by that in the server. So yeah, they should not just allow that Layla breathe. But I mean, if it gets too late into the game, they don't have a choice. But I think that Akai pick and then the Purifier is coming in from Void Akai and the CC. I think those are very good counter picks for that Badang. And looks like Kangarin is going to pay with his life. And Sicilian is next on the chopping block, but he has a split and is able to get out of there. But Dang is unable to join most of the team fight. I don't know if he's AFK. Okay, it looks like he's just chilling in that top lane over there. I think he's just going to focus on pushing since he's unable to handle that CC. And looks like he's recalling now. All right then. Looks like Badang is just going to be controlling the wave pressure while his team is getting battered. And I think El Cartel are going to try and push all the advantage, getting all the towers they can get. Well, coming from the side of El Cartel, they've extended their gold lead now to 5K. 5K is a respectable gold lead, but it's not we've not seen people come back again. So I still think this game is still very much oncoming. People in the audience are saying people are saying that XENAGOGUE underestimated Cartel. Well, I think it's a best of 7 here. The story is a best of 7, and I think XENAGOGUE has, and they also have this habit of playing a bit, which is fair, which is alright. I mean, this regardless of it being a tournament, this is still a game, and XENAGOGUE has, and I think Leon is going to drop Territorial, the unstoppable, and Lila is going to be next on the chopping block. That's Doppelkill coming into the side of Void Aka on that Irritel. And looks like they are going to get everything on the chopping block because of Lancelot is going to be next. And that's that. Looking at this team fight, I think it's going to be, I don't know, I think this is the game, guys. The goal lead is going to bound all the way to 7K. let's see how much they're gonna be able to get from this Lord. I think how El Cartel utilizes this Lord is what's going to determine the game. If they're able to get an inhibitor from this Lord, I think the game is over. But if they're unable to get an inhibitor from this Lord, I think the game is still very much on then. Over to you, Carl.
All right, very, very nice analysis coming out from crowd there. But then again, we see the Lord marching in up properly, literally. And right now, like I said before, this game is going to the side of Cartel, unless there probably be a late game upset from that Sicilian and Karma spiking up as well. But like Carl said, though, if they were able to get an inhibitor from this, it's pretty much a Jesus, if you ask me, because there's no way they could probably go for the contest. But then again, the Lord is up there in the face of XENAGOGUE, but that shit able to take enough HP out of the Lord.
All right. So unfortunately, I don't think Cartel are going to be able to get any inhibitor from this Lord, but I still think they still have like their win percent probabilities. I'll still think it's an 80% to 20%. So I think they are still in a strong position. And then, man, Leela just clearing that wave with her ult. I would like to see her gold, what she's look like, because the last time I checked their gold, she was their highest gold. Oh, okay, thank you very much. And she's still their highest gold with a 6k gold. Is carry out Leela's the most deaths and still also has the highest gold. I mean, what's going on, guys? What's exactly where is she getting all those farm from? But looks like the church is still showing signs of life. I think Cartel needs to snuff out every single sign of life. And now let me show you something. Let me give you a little tip when you guys are behind here. If you are behind and the waves are crashing into your side, like if you have Lord crashing into your side and you're behind here, once the wave gets close to your side, do not clear the wave. Let the wave compel at your side. If you clear the wave, yeah, it's going to move all the way to the middle, and you'd have to come outside more to clear the wave. But when the wave is close to your side, just leave it there. Clear it. Let the enemy team wave come close to your side here. When you bring the wave close to your tower, you have a better chance of defending than when you're outside your tower. So when you defend here, I think Synagogue are trying to do that anyways, but Cartel has frozen the wave against them, so I don't think they're going to be able to do that. But that's just a little something you can do when you're behind. Don't clear the wave. Let the wave build up at your side of the map, and then play it once the Lord comes. Like once the Lord has approached, not like before the Lord approaches. And we're going to say fight here.
Yeah.
Oh, it will still going in alone, but I don't think the engage is going to amount to a lot. I think they're just going to focus on the Lord, while Badang is going to try and get that bottom lane power. Because I don't think XENAGOGUE is interested in contesting this.
Yeah. Indeed, no contest for the side of El Cartel. No contest for the side of XENAGOGUE as El Cartel literally get this Lord for themselves out of the bag. Tata though, they try to go for that bot lane clear, but I think Super Saiyan was able to rotate there to probably intervene in that. But then again, we have like 20 seconds, I mean to say, before the Lord spawn. Let's see what Cartel could probably pull off with this. Alright, everything locking onto our ring there to go for the backline, able to use that flicker to escape from that. But then again, Gola get shot down, but Kata falls as well. That's 1-for-1 trade right now, 2-for-1 as Conquest with fully suit. Man, this is not looking good for the side of El Cartel. If you ask me, 4-man.
What I was afraid of, guys. I don't want to call it, but like Cartel are very good at playing the late game. They are very good at playing the late game, and I exactly warned against this. Like, most teams don't know how to fully utilize their advantage. And that Lila, man, I think she's online. Let me be honest. I think she's online, and that's scary for this side of Cartel. But hopefully, the next Lord. So if Cartel defends the next Lord, the game is basically GG. They are going to win the game. So if XENAGOGUE is able to defend the next Lord, XENAGOGUE would win. But if Cartel is able to end the game with the next Lord, I guess they'll take this match. But if XENAGOGUE successfully defends the next Lord, it's basically GG for Cartel. But yeah, let's see how the next Lord fight is going to go. Unless XENAGOGUE does something or Cartel makes a crazy mistake and they get wiped out here. And looks like we're having a team fight and Sicilian gets a kill. Looks like Ooh, that was a flicker coming in from Kangarin, but he's unable to get anybody. That was a wasted flicker coming in from him. But yeah, just like I'm saying, Sicilian is starting to get that kill. And like I said earlier, I still wonder why Kun is getting that Sicilian pick consistently. I don't know who is the better Sicilian between Kun and them, between Kun and Paul. But like, you don't give the best two Sicilian players Sicilian and just look like that. The Church are starting to push their advantage. Although I think they need to be careful because of Leela is actually in the open now that she's not in the defense of Atoas. So I think they need to push carefully.
Yeah.
They understand that and are going to back down before the next load. But yeah, let's see if I don't think they're going to contest this next load, are they? We see how
Alright,
getting
so
to
this is going on
just
to
one
sorry,
slap
this
and just look
line,
at
and
Rita's
Blue team hero has been slain.
well played. That was a beautiful outplay. And I think this was a well cooked team fight coming in from the side of
Killing spree.
come on, why?
Has been slain.
Alright, and I think this is the game, guys. That was well played coming in from the side of Cartel. They got Irito with that wind of nature was able to outplay the Lancelot, and just like that, I think Irito has won the game for our team, and this is going to be the series or not. Sicilian is able to clear the wave, and that's a shutdown to the Sicilian. But I think the next set of wave is going to end the game because of, I think Irito's just going to focus the base because before anybody spawns, the base is basically gone, and that's GG, guys. Well played coming into the side of Cartel.
Victory.
I personally think Cartel could have defended one more Lord fight. I don't think they should have tried to team fight in that place, especially because of the if you
XENAGOGUE, I
want to
mean.
team fight. So I think XENAGOGUE shouldn't have. If you want to team fight against Intel, you team fights in the bush because when you're in the bush, it's actually limits our mobility. But she was in that like in the lane, the open lane, and she was able to outplay the Lancelot, and I think that was the other person that she outplayed. She used the wind of nature, dribbled Lancelot, and she was able to come out alive. But if she's in a tight corner, she's unable to move well and all of that. So it is actually easier to kill Iritel inside the bushes where you can limit her mobility. And from 1 HP, one she outplays you, man. She can get back her full HP using the house clause, and that was basically what happened. Ball played coming from Cartel. This was the kind of match I want. I do not want one-sided beatdowns. I want a series in our hand. It looks like we're going to be having that tonight.
All right, we've heard it from Carl himself, man. Analysis coming from him, but then again, the one did turn out like we did predicted, like I said. But then again, sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go for a short break. We'll be right back for game number 2.
Vengeance
is banning.
incarnate.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think game number one is really fantastic. I mean, you see, we did enjoy ourselves, and we get to see Cartel facing up against XENAGOGUE for game number one, and Cartel picking up the victory for themselves, literally. But then again, I think game number two is on the way right now, and as you can see from the draft,
Time to drop the beat of the
Your
clock.
team is picking.
banger. I mean to say, we get to see the Lancelot, Brody, the Zushin, Fasan as well, taking up that joy from the hands of Danny as well, literally. But then again, we see that Angela Alice combo coming up to the side of XENAGOGUE once again. I think we're going to see if Cartel, sorry, XENAGOGUE can literally counter that. I think crowd is not on right now, so we have to
We'll find a way,
enjoy
even when all is forlorn.
give us some wonderful analysis of the games. But until then, let us wait and see what is going to go on for this game number two's draft. Literally, I'm loving the draft coming out of the side of Cartel once again. I think they know what they are doing and what they are going for, literally picking up that early. But I'm not really settled down with that Uranus EXP right now. One thing I love about S-Bug is shutting down tanky heroes.
Time to take the
field.
Night
Your
are
team is
everlasting.
picking.
Or blue.
Little goo, big mischief.
Something is happening with our mobile legend. Alright, we're back.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
Sorry about that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round of dawn. Alright.
You're coming. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, alright, we're live once again. This is game number 2 of XENAGOGUE versus Cartel. I think Cartel got game number 1. If the Cartel could please give us the in-game indicator, so it would be nice, you know. When again we see the, I think XENAGOGUE pretty much when they have been from game number 1. I pretty much have a pass right now in game number 2. I don't want to not love a bad big drop the fight of XENAGOGUE for Cartel. It's just the Alice. Like, Ali is one of my favorite heroes if you ask me, but then again, it's hard to counter against an Ali. But let's see what XENAGOGUE will draft for this game number 2, as XENAGOGUE is literally having the upper hand in terms of territories right now. But then I think I saw what they did there. That guided him from the Makida pretty much coming handy to counter that alley. Probably when they dive the back line and all those, you know. But then again, the turtle is already in a fight now, and we see Karma is going up for it literally. So you get a change there. Toby training for the gold. Like Karma is the jungler for the
Red
game
team
number
has
2.
slain the turtle.
Not really successfully care about for themselves, but then I think Cartel was going for that pony, but they weren't just successful with that, as they are forced to retreat and go back to their respective lanes. Alright,
Sorry for the break, guys. I had to sort out a few issues. I hope my
alright, we're live right
background.
now, 5.
Alright.
Alright.
Let me just take a look at the draft.
Alright, over to you, give us an analysis of game number 2, the mistakes XENAGOGUE make and what possibly can be happening with game number 2 that engaged was literally awesome, but that Angela came to the floor, tried to go for that Bruno, I need to say, flushing in for that. Alright, give us an analysis of the game number 1, mistakes XENAGOGUE made, and how they should be able to patch it up in this game number 2 as well.
So first of all, the number one issue from XENAGOGUE's draft was, you know, when you draft the Lila, you have to be the marksman. Like, you have to be the marksman. And there's very little that Lila can do against a 4-man gang. If you notice there, after level 4, this day was today, Sakura can't do much to defend Lila to level 4, so they took full advantage of that. Before the first turtle she died, and before the second turtle they had already killed her 2 more times, and just from that gold lane they were able to snowball. If you're going to pick someone as weak as Lola in the gold lane, you need to be ready to be able to like babysit her, be able to protect her. But we can see Cartel going in, and I'm just looking at Cartel's draft here. They've gone in for their signature Alice Angela combo. But my issue is like, because with that they might have a weak early game here, but I think Alice is actually quite strong right now. And then you can see how aggressive Tata is playing on this on that goal immediately. Look at them going in for an invade right now. Frog is playing quite aggressively. They know their own mind. Angela can't really do much, and they are going through balls within. You see Fergo coming from Eritel, and Xbox might drop here because we can see Alice has joined the fight, and Xbox is definitely going to drop here. Matilda is not able to arrive in time to save our jungler, but just look at that. Well, that was a good punish coming from the side of Cartel to punish that dive coming from the side of XENAGOGUE. So this draft is basically a ticking time bomb here for the side of XENAGOGUE. They need to end this game on time. Over to you, Kami.
Alright, so what I did notice about the side of Cartel is their no tanky, sorry, no CC, I need to say. Look at that, but then again, I think she will pick up that key once again on Toma, putting that back onto the analysis. Like I said before, no CC apart from the Alice and the Angela CC. And it's going to play a huge role here because when you look at the side of XENAGOGUE as well, they have that guiding wing from Matilda to probably escape from any possible guns coming out from the Alice. But at the end of the day, alright, go back to you. I think we're sorry about that. Alright. So if the Alice probably just dive to the back line, there's no need to keep them in place for the Alice to do enough damage and sustain as well, because the Ruamit literally is just there as a chance to take those kills, you know. Then again, like I said before, Matilda can easily escape Alice, like get away from her, also take the teammates with her as well. And I'm going to play a huge role in this game as well as the Lord, the next total I need to take literally up right now. Maybe the share Cartel getting a 3-man dance right down to the back line. Again, Toby fall down to the hands of Cheesy. Getting that match to play from there. But then I think the Cartel will be falling back at this point in time. But Blue starts coming for the plus once again, locking onto the back line. Boy, that will fall down there. Don't really know what anything is doing, but I think the game is looking pretty much chaotic if you ask me. Sorry about that, I'm badly actually I'm gonna kill once more on still form there, but then again the fight still goes on. Is the 4v4, this is gentlemen. A 5v5, one man on the side of SHINIGAMI and Cartel will defend themselves all together. The Toby is keeping the first friend and after getting that on as well. The fight still goes on, we should go after and start again the shape of the game. But this one is still go down to voice after that guy is coming in from high, but again, those comes back down there from where that guy is open to underrated as the best player for that was. That's the correct push I mean it's true. Nice performance coming out from both teams, but then again, it's still better than coming out of this alive once again. 6-3 in the scoreboard. Clara, what do you have to say about this? Because my blood is pumping right now.
That fight lasted for too long, and anytime a fight is lasting for too long, it's going to favor Alice. It's going to favor the Alice Angela combo because they are built for the sustained fight. The fight started with a gang on Rito responded and came back and still joined that fight. That fight has lasted absolutely way too long. And all throughout that fight, you can see that Alice was alive also. And that's the thing. Alice, once it's mid-game to late game, Alice is online. Alright, now that Alice is already online. And I do not think that is both that make to actually deal with that Alice. They need Irritel to be in the team fight, you don't take out that Alice. So I do not think the church should fight if Irritel is not in the team fight. Because I don't think they have the damage to kill that Alice without the Irritel. So they need to take their fight carefully. They need to know how they're going to engage. Right now, I think they're just trying to take right, I think, and really look at that. They still fully free that make a whole of that fight. And you see Mega kill on to Alice, like I said, this pretty much but to get touched on by Irritel, like I said, they shouldn't fight without Irritel, and Irritel has basically done what I said she should do, which is basically shut down the Alice, because you can't kill the Alice without the Irritel, so basically just wait for the Irritel. We can see Tata being a menace in the back lane, taking on 3 people, and he's going to come out with a kill, and just like that, I think, I do not think they can convert into the Lord. Okay, I think they are going to do that actually, and I agree is going to keep Uranus in place. While Irritel tries to whip down the Lord HP, and Xbox is going to try his best here. Angela can just force into the team fight, so she has not to worry about how he's already here. So let's see how this fight is going to go.
I think the Cartel is trying to move them away from that. Sorry about that time, but the fight still going there, the Mary see that part on to shoot with there, go to the back, like I said before. They take the fight for too long, they're going to fall down behind, and I think they're going to learn their mistake from that first fight. And right now, they just go for what they want and they just battle from that. Don't put the pressure on, because once you put much pressure, and Cartel will have a chance to have this for themselves.
I think that was the OP coming from Jolene on that XENAGOGUE to steal the Lord. I mean, both junglers made their retro able to kill that Lord. And so Mike fell to the hand of XENA. OP coming in from hand, like you said, Cartel has learned their lesson. Maybe they got that Lord, they disengage, and you can see Alice is unable to defend against the Irritel. It looks like I said Cartel, the third XENAGOGUE is gonna push the advantage to the mark, get a bit of towards bot lane. You can just see Glue, I don't know, I felt like Uranus and CC were like the strongest SPNs, but it looks like Glue is doing quite the job against this Uranus, or maybe it's just a skill issue here, who knows, but Uranus is only 102, but it doesn't look like he's on 102, it looks like he's
alright, the fight coming out from there right now, very well. But then again, going to kill on to Irene Joyce following as well too, but still will get a kill on to Taylor. The fight still goes on, the shot is not down yet. The grand first break, he's going to drop down at the same kill on the tower. From now the side of the Cartel is fall down, so he's not going to fall down at the Cartel is destroyed. maybe less to the kind of way because what we need it's that because sound coming up and time period. I don't know what he's trying to do to achieve there, but Cartel is kind of send a message to us, maybe again today that yes, they are prepared for this grand finals.
And I think what Cartel are doing is they understand their win condition perfectly. They just need Alice to survive Iritel's ult. You know, once Iritel's ult is over, absolutely no one can kill her. I think what Cartel needs to do to win the game right now is just to bait out Iritel's ult. If she's able to survive the entirety of Iritel's ult duration, I think they've won the game. And Bruno just has to take the back line without dying. If they're able to just survive, because that's the only thing that can basically kill the Alice in this game. If they're able to survive that entire duration, I think Cartel has this game in the bag. Let's see how they handle it, to be honest. That's my advice for them anyway. I think they should try and find a way to bait out that retails because I feel a bulk of the damage is gonna come from them. Because that's basically what can kill the Alice right now. So yeah, let's see how they handle this.
Oh, we see a pause coming out there. We're expecting some violence right now. 20 seconds in the clock before the next loss on. But then again, I don't really know what to say right now, you know. But let's put our hopes on, our fingers crossed, because indeed Cartel is cooking for us. The drug lord said they are out for revenge, they are out for blood, and they are out for much more chaotic games. But then again, let me just answer this simple question though, like your predictions for these, like the whole total score, like what's the total score prediction? Is it 4-2, 4-1? Is it 2-2? Yeah.
Looking at this here, I think it's going to go all the way to 7 games tonight. And 7 games tonight, I still think XENAGOGUE is gonna win the overall series. I think it's going to be a 4-3 series. I think we're going to be having 7 matches tonight, and I'm definitely down for that. That's what I came here for. That's what we all came here for. So yeah, man, I want to see I think it's going to be the 4-3. I think we're going to be having 7 games tonight, man. And that's definitely what I'm here for.
All right, you all have heard it from the analyst himself. But then again, let me know in the comment section what you think this game will end. Will it be in favor of El Cartel, or will it be in favor of XENAGOGUE? And also the exact score. Probably if you give the right prediction, you might win something after this game. Who knows? Just give your prediction in the comment section. Take your screenshot down, because when the game ends, you're gonna win something indeed. Anyways, we have 50 seconds on the clock once again before the game starts. 20 seconds before the Lord spawns. So let's see what both teams can pull up literally, you know. You never can tell, like I said before. The rod of the drug lord is on. So the ref was trolling us there a bit, but then again, I think he's back once again. And right now, I think we look at the gold lead. It's 50-50 over the side of XENAGOGUE because of that first lot take. I think we have a second port coming up once again from the side of XENAGOGUE. Maybe they are having some network difficulties, I don't know. But hopefully they get fixed for this second. So I think this is their last force, you know. Let's see, they have XENAGOGUE literally have 5 turrets, Cartel has 2 turrets. They have 1 lord for themselves, Cartel has just no lords yet. The gold lead is literally sitting inside of XENAGOGUE, but they have the lesser kills as well. Pretty much a balanced game if you ask me though. I think we lost there.
I do hope XENAGOGUE is able to sort out their topics, because I really don't like that's what the score is. I'm hoping for the best that we can have tonight anyway. So let's see how this, hopefully before this part, whoever is lagging is able to sort out this issue.
All right, I think the streamer will probably reduce the game capture sound a bit more. I think it's overlapping with ours. Probably reduce it a bit small. I think that should be okay.
All right, guys. So if we by the looks of this match, I think the win condition for Cartel is a bit more straightforward. It's a bit easier for them to achieve. So I think they have the advantage in taking this particular match.
But their win condition is a bit easier to work with. But for the side of Shinigami, they have to play their team fight correctly. Basically, they need to kill
Xenagog.
that Alice. And you know once Alice gets the ice queen, that
Yeah,
leads to
it's
Chon,
literally
becomes
easy to be
very
honest.
difficult. Becomes extremely difficult to kill her. So I think they need to play their cards right. I don't know how they're going to do that because I mean they're not playing versus Alice, they're playing versus the entire team. While Alice is tanking all that damage, Bruno is
All
in the
right,
back
we
line
have
giving us
Dwyer.
snapshot. And we're back again.
All right, the Lord is literally up, and literally going for the side of Xenagog once again, but Cartel is still not done with it though. I think they will need to grab enough to go, but then again, the Lord falls out of the hands of Cartel, getting enough for themselves, but then the pipeline, guys, shooting is not done, going to shut down Toby once again, and Cartel is literally cooking for us with against the men. There are some class tonight. I literally see some wonderful gameplays coming out from them. I think they're capitalizing on that because right now just Tata is left to defend against this. What will he do? All the Lord. Literally 12 seconds is out right now and the sheets are literally out of the game. Xenagog marching for the mid lane once again, just stand left to defend against this. What will he do? As they go to the backline dive, that slap grab of Vodaka says no, you're gonna fall down to you need a wipe out coming out. The Lord is also there, and I think ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 coming out for El Cartel. Very nice turnaround of events. Literally we're playing a 2-0 with Xenagog having a lead, but right now it's Cartel showing us some explicit gameplays tonight. Anyway, it's still not far from over, you know. Just sit tight, wait for game 3. Probably when we are back, we do some analysis of this game number 2, and probably before we jump into the game number 3. Anyways, guys, be right back. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
So. And that was basically done well. So,
team is banning.
Only love and night
Your team
are
is banning.
everlasting.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I lost
Your
I lost
team
both
is
of my
banned.
casters, so let's see. Give me a minute. We'll wait for the casters to come back. I think network is just affecting them right now. Ooh.
Your
Payback
team is
time.
picking.
How far Starkey? Can you hear me? Sorry, Jared. Alright, so alright guys, sorry about the delay. My network is just playing with me, so I'm not able to see the stream properly, but I think it's loading up now. Alright, so we're live. I'm sorry, let me put to the stream
Time to
itself
drop
live.
the beat of the flash.
At the drafts effectively. Alright guys, we're now back to game 3, and I think
Picking.
the first two games have been absolutely what I wanted to see from the side of Cartel. Yeah, I can talk, right, Stock. Stock, are you with me there? Alright, so and those first two games are exactly what I wanted Cartel to do. Yeah, I wanted them to take the game to the side of XENAGOGUE, yeah, because the scenes have been getting a bit one-sided, man. Like, I'm tired of having a one-sided dominance. Let's see what other teams can do, and we can definitely see Cartel coming up to that. Let me be honest, guys. Yeah, Cartel's Alice, that Cartel's Alice Angela draft. I feel it's very difficult to counter. I think, to be able to counter it, I think you need to like punish the. You need to get the Angela out of every fight. You need to kill Angela before every fight. I think maybe League can do that. But I personally think that draft is quite difficult to counter. Anyways, if you guys have ideas or ways you can counter that draft, I would like to. What did you say? Sorry, Stark, what did you say? I didn't get you.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Yeah, the game 2 is over.
5
Let's
seconds
just take a
till the
look at
enemy
what
reaches
is
the
happening in game 3.
smash them.
Alright then, thank you very much for this view. And we can see the drafts coming from the side of Xenogo. Looks like they are now, they've gotten pissed. They are serious now. You see why I said, oh, you don't know I'm a fan of what I said. Anything that's what I said, I want them to win. Just that simple. But like, yeah, draft though. So here's the thing here. I do not really like it when Gatok is the Roma. I prefer Gatok as the OSP leader, to be honest. But like, let's see what he's gonna do here anyways. What did you say, sorry? We see Clint coming in to join that fight. Interesting. I wasn't expecting Clint to rotate that early on. You, bro, I can hear my stream. Can you help me take it out? Thank you. All right, so yeah, I think them delaying why it says jungle. I think that was the right step. You want to slow down the speed of this why it says jungle, so why it says doesn't scale insanely. Queens can immediately see the rotation from why it says. Why it says retrace that gold crab. And nothing crazy is happening on the map, you know. Clint's doing Clint's things. I think he's quite comfortable on that Clint. That's Kama, but I think he's being overly aggressive there. Looks like they wanted to bait him for that, but I think he reads out the bait and we can see top lane. Looks like Cartel wants to go in for the fight. And we see Tata on that Lapo. I really love the Lapo pick here because of how we can go in straight. And that babe was the name. The Emperor's Lady. It looks like Cartel. Oh, XENAGOGUE don't want to engage on this fight. And you can see Tata. Look at that Soman song. Beautiful coming from Tata. And that's the first blood, man. Jolene getting that kill, man. Like I said, they came to fight this match, and man, fighting they are doing. That's how we do absolutely beautiful engage. Did you see that flicker ult? Man, we'll pick on and getting it 2-man stone. I think that 2-man stone basically sealed the fight, man. And you know that just Tata doing. And like I said, just with that fight, they have like a 1.7 gold lead already. Basically, cut XENAGOGUE came to fight. I think they're tired of struggling. They're tired of. Just look at the damage Kimi is doing. That was just absolutely nasty, man. And this is quite early on. I think Badanguli has a lot to do this match. I think he has a lot to do this match for him. Because his engages out to be spot on, his engages out to be clifter. I look like Kama is the one on the joy. I didn't realize it, guys. I'm in CQ. And looks like Cartel might have overstayed their welcome. Toby as a. And looks like Joy is going in, but we're not going to be seeing much from that. Alright, so I just realized, man, Toby is the one on the gold lane. Looks like we stopped out Danny in the jungle for Palmer, yeah, guys. And just like that, Cartel are going to be getting a bit of gold tower. But I says it's going to juggle his pass to try and get all of the gold while Retail gets all of that straight nice filthy gold. Now look at the damage. Okay, she doesn't have a prime bit. Okay, she has it now. Looks like why it says it's cooked. No, he's able to get out of there with a straight sledge. Well, please coming in from where it says. I actually thought it was going to drop the body. The electrifying beat didn't have enough damage. And he's able to get out of that in fight with his traceless there.
All right, I think I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. But then again, look at the scoreboard though. It's still literally 2-2 right now. No defaulting at this point in time. But I really love the draft coming out from XENAGOGUE, if you ask me. But then again, like Cartel is still literally having 2-0 right now. I think they are out for more blood. As they will try their best to secure this game number 2 for themselves. We see the early game fight that Glorious how they get off the game once again, but again, they already coming in for the plus once again, but they're able to get the Lord for what I mean to say for themselves. But first where we fall down to the arms of joy as we pick up a 2-0 trade literally.
Looks like that entire team fight wins, and if you notice that team fight got started by Tata. He engaged YSS in his global, and from that team fight, his team basically capitalized on that. So looks like Tata is currently the one that is dictating the pace of the game for the side of XENAGOGUE. He's engaged on YSS in the global, basically gave them this team fight that won. While all of that was happening, Kama got a kill onto the Retail top lane. So I think with the help of the Clint, I think that was beautiful splitting of the aggro there. And I think Kangarin might have overstayed his welcome. Yeah, he's going down to that glorious pathway and get turned by YSS that I think he's going to get dropped. Nice layering of abilities coming in from the side of Cartel. They layered that perfectly well to be able to punish that high low.
Oh, I think that was literally a beautiful play coming up from Cartel as well, trying to balance out the equation. But then again, the goal is 3K for the side of XENAGOGUE right now. They will need a bit of work, to probably get the comeback right now. But we start engaging on to Super Saiyan there. So this Super Saiyan engaging to Tata.
All right, guys. Looks like the blue buff of Oasis has been stolen by Karma on that joy. He's on it 2-0 KD. I think he's having quite a fun game. And looks like he and Tata are going to be the one dictating the pace of this game. So right now, yeah, I think they need to shut down. So so if you look at the side of El Cartel, I think they are making a mistake. I think they're making a mistake of taking away their focus away from Clint because of Kata is not the one. Tata is not the one. I said Tata, Karma is not the one on that Clint because Clint has been enjoying himself. Like, bro has just been. So he has died once. But, like, he hasn't died more than once. So let's look at
it. But that's fight coming in once again.
Lapue giving the losing back again. And then just like that, the side of and I think Ilos overstayed his welcome there. Yeah, I think that was and it's going. Oh wow! I think that was a beautiful goal of the torrent that made Ilos survive there. That was cleanly done and executed by the side of Karma to avoid that tower damage for his tank. Over to you, Kavi.
All right, I think I'm loving this turnaround of events on the side of XENAGOGUE. Like they did play, like you said before, they played a mental game, I mean to say, pretty much giving XENAGOGUE, Cartel the lead to probably give them that hope of contesting. But right now, the game number 2 is looking bushy right now, but start locking on to 2 once again. That walk coming in for the flush once again. That great fighter getting locked, but also getting the kill of the pass. One man down the side of XENAGOGUE. The fight is going on. Walk up with pop that swear by win. You see the backline dive from Karma, but we able to do much with it as the side of Cartel won't commit to that fight. Pretty much very, very nice engage there, but then again, Oasis coming with the flush to get the kill of the void after. I don't really know what Cartel is ready for a time, but then again, XENAGOGUE are literally telling them, guys, we own the land of Dawn. The land of Dawn is ours. You haven't paid your rent to sell your drugs here, so you have to just look around the whole situation happening right now. Like Clint is literally free farming indeed, like Crab said earlier.
Yeah, like so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think they need to start punishing that Clint. Bro has been free from it longer, and yeah, looks like Badang is gonna drop there. He was unable to disengage on that early enough. And just if you look at Tata, yeah, Tata is basically mirroring YS's position. He's doing the job while the tank is being a bruiser. Tata is basically just being a menace in the face of YSS. He isn't letting that guy farm. Really, like he's on that. Like I said, he's dictating the pace for his team. Just look at the vision. He has the map control. He has the vision. He's controlling the waves, and he's also giving vision at the same time. I think he's doing way too much on that lap honestly speaking. But yeah, and just like that, they have a 6K gold lead, and they have the advantage of the Lord. Let's see how they make use of it.
All right, this is the best of 7. The show is not yet over, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said before, we're going to be feeding you violence of the land of Dawn, and indeed, they are already giving us overdose of it from game number 2 and game number 3. And right now, we're on game number 3. The Lord is marching in from the bot lane. Let's see what El Cartel will do to defend against this. After being a menace, pretty much giving them that vision, taking the pill as well. I think they would try to take all their 2 forward. I mean, say the hand of but then again, that was coming for the flush once again as Irene gets taken out of the map. You see with that wave fighter, get the kill on to the side of El Cartel as Popwell we fall down the Lord marching in from bot lane. I think there's no shield damage to shield against this. El Cartel won't. Oh, they certainly defended against that, literally. Like I said before, the objective was literally just to go for those tier 2 and I think they got what they went for. And right now, they are still over and around the side of El Cartel's jungle. But then again, she go to the backline, dive on to the side of gets taken out for the by she. What a very, very, very outstanding performance coming up there. But Tata, though, is not done. The brave fighter goes in. The area has come for the first once again. They are able to escape from that, but Tata said no. I still get to wrap in my pan, get the kill on.
This is just crazy. Tata is doing too much work.
I think he's doing too much work on that Lapu-Lapu.
All right, over to you, Kral.
You think that the Joy getting punished there means that Cartel can have the advantage, but nope. Tata had other things in mind. You know, he went other engage, and when his HP is low, yeah, he already has that. He has that Queen's Wings. Once his HP is low, yeah, you think you're gonna drop him, but no, he's just gonna vamp off fully. And just look at that, he gets an engagement, so he's able to secure a kill back from nothing basically. I think that was well done. And like I said, the gold lead is 9K, guys. That's a 9K gold lead. Like, do you see the difference between when Cartel and Shinigami takes, I said Shinigami, Cartel and XENAGOGUE takes the lead? Like, XENAGOGUE has a way of like making the gold lead balloon out of control. Right now, the gold is going to get into 9K. The 9K gold lead in 12 minutes is quite difficult to come back from. I think they're just farming the map efficiently. I think that's just the difference. I think they know how to farm the map very efficiently. And we see an engage. But that was a beautiful word coming in from this Detian princess. Oh yeah, unfortunately nobody from XENAGOGUE is dropping. Go back to you, Kami.
All right, once again, one man down the side of El Cartel. We see 4-man. Ashizi able to recover from that. Literally, it was in a pinch there, but then again, he was successfully able to evade that that invade from the side of XENAGOGUE. But that gave them enough chance to take up that load for themselves, literally. And I think right now with this and Cartel, if the cards are being played right, XENAGOGUE have what it takes to end this game number 3. Carl?
All right. So first of all, yeah, I do not think I don't think Cartel will be able to defend against this sword.
So seeing our offset right now, as Marvin getting.
But that's the shot down onto the YSS. And then Joy might drop here, guys. Hope it coming in from the side of, and just like that, that's the 2-for-2 trade. But means the main damage dealer is no dead. And like I said, I do not think Cartel can defend this load, and that's basically GG, guys. It's been I don't that was like I said, I think XENAGOGUE is done playing. It's just a bad habit of their leader Tata. Always wanting to like play the few games, but that was such a beautiful match coming in from both teams. Though I wanted YSS to win, but sadly YSS could not carry this match for the side of Cartel.
Played there by the hands of the mighty Shush. But then again, they preach, they're preaching. But then again, I think the jugglers are not yet over, you know. Game number 4 is rolling out pretty much soon. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, guys. We will be right back with the analysis of this game and game 4 for you guys to watch. Let me see if I can look at what you guys are saying. Stark, can you hear me? Stark, can you like open the comment section of YouTube or just mute the YouTube? I just want to read the comment section. Open the comment section of YouTube here, but mute the YouTube. Thank you.
We are still live. Switch over.
Oh, sorry.
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hold your seats, because the West African Pro League Season 2 Grand Finals delivering a spectacular shaking the very foundation of Mobile Legends. We are the precinct of game number 4 in this thrilling best of 7 showdown. And right now, Cartel, the drug lord, has stormed into a 2-1 lead over the mighty XENAGOGUE. Shush. The arena is buzzing, the tension is palpable, and this grand final is proving to be a battle of ages. Anyway, let's talk about where we are. A Cartel has come out with swinging and defying all expectations with their relentless aggression from the game number 1 and game number 2. They have clawed their way down to this game number 4, and right now they are 2 steps closer from winning this playoff. But then again, XENAGOGUE, let's not write them off still, but because the church, led by their strategic brilliance of Tata, we saw how that Lapu was all over the face of El Cartel that game number 3. And yes, aside from Tata, the benefit from every member of this squad literally outstanding. But then again, don't sit on that. As we head up to game number 4, the stakes couldn't be higher, ladies and gentlemen. For El Cartel, a win is So, first of all, I say we know. Start settle, not tell me on time. I tell you, not say we didn't like. Oh yeah, but that was some in-house stuff we have in there literally. But then again, we're back in the game. We see a Fedor get pulled by the side of Cartel, but XENAGOGUE is not going to get it straight up from that game. But then again, that player side coming up with a clutch. I think Shizzy will try to go for this fight, but we commit for them as XENAGOGUE will be committing on that still. Literally, that work for the get power as well, but nothing can be done literally. XENAGOGUE is forced to pretty much play a very, very offensive game in this game number 2 as well as they pull up a 2-1 kill there.
All right, so you can see Cheesy is on that Alice, and I think this Alice are 100% win rate this series, if I am not mistaken. And we can turn in the bottom. Looks like Irito versus Bruno, and I think Irito is going to come out with the lead in that team Friday. But we can see, I'm seeing it you haven't seen in a while. That's Benedetta on Tata. I haven't seen him play that in a while. Let's see how that turns out for him in this series, anyways. But you can see how the bottom lane team fight found out. Alice is not online, so she dropped in that team fight together with. Oh, but I'm actually liking the Fasa pick coming in from the side of El Cartel. I think Fasa is also one of the strongest mid lanes right now. But she's also quite easy to handle. It just depends on how you're able to play her. But let's see. I think we're going to be having a team fight now as the next Lord is going to spawn. All right, now let's.
I think the Rafaela Ali to be a better combo right now. The Lord, because what I mean to say, up right now, she's able to get before themselves too. But then again, the fight still goes on. They ultimately get fed by Florence back in the back line. That get a kill on 2 points. As he dash away from that easily, she's not able to get a kill from that fight. But then again, we see that going to get a kill also. I mean, man, this is like just a back and forth class, if you ask me.
I think I have no idea what bro was on. Was that weed? What was bro like? What was that dive? That dive was absolutely unnecessary. I mean, his team had already won, then he went in to stun Alice. I mean, your team doesn't have the damage to kill the Alice, just disengage. I have no idea why he went in for that aggressive stun onto Alice. But let's even leave that out of the way, man. I think right now, I think Cartel still has a bit of control over the game. You can see Tata instantly focusing the Florine, though she was still able to release her ult in time here, but he took her out of the fight instantly. And that's just the difference between Angela and Florine. Florine can still actually make you, she can ult from anywhere. Same thing with Angela, but Florine's ult, we're seeing an engage top lane on Tyrannos, but I don't think they're going to be able to get much from it. Looks like they're just going to focus on the tower and ignore runners, and the runners knows they can't really do anything to prevent them from taking the tower. And bot lane again, they're going to mirror the same thing. They're going to try and bully them out of the tower. We see a team fight going in. Ilos is tanking way too much damage. Is going to drop there. Irito is going to get a kill there, and we see Alice getting absolutely busted down. And Oksha is going to try and go in, but it doesn't have enough damage. Double kill coming from Irito, and looks like Karma is online, guys. Then looks like Kami said, yeah, the Florine is not actually cooking with the Alice. I think Rafaela might have been better here, and that's going to be a killing spree for the Irito. Over to you, Kami.
All right, like I said before, something is really happening right now. The XENAGOGUE in full for, I think they good game. Should I just say those 2 games they lost? Give them the mojo, the momentum to pretty much pressure El Cartel right now. I think they are capitalizing on that, not giving them the chance. As a good lead looking towards a 3K good lead right now, which Danny go for the bottom guy, get that into, but again, you still have from the front, she will get the kill on to a room. 1-for-1 trade right now, 2-for-1. Probably fall down to the arms of Void after. Really stop them, they are going to know the speed them, speed find their way possible to get a kill there. 4-man gap in that mid lane, no turrets, no minion, I mean to say, to take that away from the hands of XENAGOGUE, I mean. But then again, they're going to rotate up top and try to get those turrets in from the top lane.
So I think right now, yeah, Uranos made a mistake. Uranos should have tried to cut out Sicilian from clearing this wave. Instead, he rotated midwave. I thought they all wanted to focus that top lane. So this is what I mean by maximizing your team fight. I felt like they should have all tunnel vision into that top lane and got in that lane, but Uranos rotated away, leaving only Bruno and Fasa, and they cannot push that lane alone. So Persino was able to clear that way, right? Expected the entire team to rotate to that top lane after winning that team fight to clear, but looks like that didn't happen. And then, well, that top lane is still standing. So there's that. And looks like those look at XENAGOGUE, they're going to try and focus that midway, unfortunately for them.
But that is a bit of things right now. Get a kill, and Brother we pick up the kill. Like I said before, he was in trouble. Not can go for the claws, but we able to do much. Because I think Taka is on tanking build, if you ask me. Can you show the build, please? I think Taka is on tank build right now.
Yeah, I think it's using maybe an hybrid build or a tank build, I'm not sure, but it's alright, so we have the Lord up. The gold lead is just 3k, nothing too crazy. Just a 3k gold lead. Baksha died in that last team fight, but I think it's fine. Okay, thank you. Without build showcase, looks like Rama is gonna be in a bit of trouble here, guys. But immediately out of that team fight and it's fine. Looks like Tata is going in for the damage build. The Florin out comes in, but Florin is not Angela. And that's the difference, guys. Retail is still fine because, like I said, Florin is not Angela. And Alice went back and gets a kill, but it's going to drop here. And was that worth it for Alice, man? And like, Lord is up. You don't get to the kill until retail is important. Oh, that was such a beautiful stun coming in from Fasa. And just like that, Medita was wiped out. But man, the damage from Sicilian, man, and looks like Bruno wants to try some kind madness. That's the mega kill coming from Bruno. And yes, guys, this Bruno is absolutely gonna melt them.
I see Void outside is on rampage, literally getting those folks in onto the side of XENAGOGUE, able to get them enough damage to secure the Lord as well. I think that was literally a wonderful play coming out from the side of Cartel to turn around that situation and capitalize on the damage output not enough from the side of XENAGOGUE, and they did win that fight and also take the Lord for themselves. Also, if you look at the gold lead right now, it's literally equal, just a little bit of gold difference. But then again, I think
yeah, like I said, I really like that Fasa pick. That was what I was. Did you see the damage from Fasa, guys? That was what I was talking about when I said I absolutely love that Fasa pick. Like, the damage is unreal, man. Absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
And did you see what happened to with Baksha? That's a tank, guys. And see the melted Baksha out of the land of Dawn. So with that team fight, they're able to chase XENAGOGUE, they're able to chase Cartel back. So I think they'll be able to defend against this Lord easily. Rita will be able to melt it before it's able to do any form of damage, and while Benedetta is going to handle. So Cartel is going to try and focus the mid lane. I think that's the best course of action for them here. Sicilian is not going to be able to defend it, so the mid lane tower is going to drop. While all of that is happening, Tata is going to push the top lane when we coming from Tata. And looks like a team fight is happening here, guys.
Alright, we see the fight going on. But then again, they forced to back out from that fight. The Cartel won't commit. As Tata is still not done, they try to go for some. The ultimate locking on to. There's nothing down. Karma is on that thing. As a piece of two, just go that out of the flash. Literally 2 man on the side of the Cartel. Alice trying best to survive right now. She's going to get the kill. Okay, Karma, Cartel is not done, bro. 2 for 1 trade and still they are still pressing on to XENAGOGUE, getting those macros in place. But then again, I think they won't go force that fight still, as Shizzy will force to go back to try to get his clears on. XENAGOGUE is pretty much putting up a fight, so as well as El Cartel. The fight is still on the side here. No man, this is a no man's game, literally, because any mistake can be anyone's game. But then again, like we said before, once it gets to late game, Alice start becoming a problem. That was what we talked about in the game number 2 as first. Carl, I remember.
Yeah, basically, because that Alice, man, and once it's late game, she gets that vintage control, she becomes almost impossible to kill, yeah. And then, it's not just Alice they have to deal with, they have to deal with the balls coming from Bruno. And man
Bruno
for man, I
and
think Bruno does
Uranus
the
as
most
well.
damage. Yeah, man, man, Fasa with the
Yeah, the
airstrikes, those
faster.
nukes, man, it's absolutely going to be bloody for them. But look at the wave control. Ooh, they popped Florine out. Florine popped her out way too early there, and I don't think they have the resources to contest this fight anymore. But Tata is coming into the back lane too. I think Tata's target prioritization is a bit wrong here due to 2 reasons. Okay, looks like they get a kill on. I think they should have focused the Bruno instead of the Florine, because Florine already used her ult. But Retail is running mad in the back lane. Looks like Cicillion is going to try and get the slap on people. But Bruno is going to absolutely destroy all of them in that back. And Florine is back again with another ult. Boy, that count that Bruno, man. Like I said, Tata's target prioritization might be a bit off here. I think going in against the Florine was wrong. I think should have just gone straight to kill Bruno. And I don't think Cicillion is going to be able to defend this wave at all. He's going to have to. Against that Bruno, it's absolutely nothing. So Bruno's Purifier has been popped. I don't think his Purifier popped. Yeah, it has been popped. So he has to be a bit more careful now. But yeah, I think, especially against that Benedetta. Oh my God, what was that? I've never seen someone get deleted that quick. I think they're all afraid of that Bruno now. That Bruno has given them some traumatic experience. And that's why I said I slightly prefer Fasa in this current meta to Cicillion. Cicillion has to aim his shots to be able to kill that Bruno. But man, Fasa just needs to land 2 nukes on you, and that's basically it. And man, you can see how difficult it is for them. They have to kill the unstoppable, man. No. I think this is the game, guys. This is the game. Kill it, guys. That Bruno is doing way too much damage. Florine looks like this Alice out is going to maintain a 100% win rate. And yes, guys, Alice is unstoppable. Absolutely nothing is killing it, Alice. And that's the series, guys. So Cartel is cooking they have the ingredients and they are cooking. The drug lords are absolutely cooking. And that's it, 3-1. On my prediction, about you, Cameron? What do you have to say for that? But that was he just streamrolled off that void. I think people forget that void. All right, no problem. So that is the game for guys. We'll go back with the analysis for this game for Bobo coming from side of Cartel. Bruno, man, Bruno, absolutely an absolute monster of a unit here, guys. I think Karma was getting picked up a bit too early on. I mean, it was basically like if he kills someone, he immediately gets punished. And I know he has a lot to handle with the fast sound Alice going in against him and the balls from Bruno. So I felt he should have played a bit more defensive. But the thing about retail is you have to be running every round around. And still, you have to eat your bats impact and all of that. But faster, man, she just needs to stay on nuke. And that was basically what happened. And that Vendetta pick didn't pop at all because the best full damage Vendetta, she was just getting deleted before she could even get close to Bruno. Bruno was just using 2 balls to basically delete out the map of Round of Dawn. So we couldn't get anything from her basically. And then it was just a mid shield. And then basically the entire comp didn't work. And looks like XENAGOGUE is cooking for us. Like I said, XENAGOGUEs are the supposed underdog here. They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose and everything to prove, and they are proving it to us tonight. We'll be coming from Void. People have been always saying who's the best gold laner in the server. I personally feel for jungle, I would say maybe Karma is the best jungle, but for gold lane, I also take Void. Void is an absolute menace on any gold lane it puts his hand on. You just look at that.
I think we will be taking a break right now, guys. Be right back for game number 5, I mean to say. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. There will be of ups and downs coming on from the stream, but I think we are set and ready to go for game number 5. I know you all have been, I really shout and you have been waiting for this game number 5, and right now we have it on our screen. We didn't get to see the draft much though.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Because of she's not saying she's weak or strong. She does her job if she is able to get farm. And I think she's also a very decent marksman right now. And she has like one of the best wave clears in the game. So I think
Mm.
they can hold that on to the late game, but like hmm, hopefully they're able to
But
reach that
giving
this game.
Joyce, but giving Joyce his signature pick though, it's not something nice, you know. That Zunshin pick from Joyce is pretty much what he has been using to bully the big boys so far in the tournament. And right now, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
bound to the game number 5.
because I
Yeah,
noticed that they banned the Susan all games. I didn't realize that Susan was that oppressive on the Susan. It looks like we're about to see what it's gonna cook for us here. So looking at the draft check, Cartel's drafts is a bit late game screwed. And I don't really like Fredwin jungle because Fredwin is so slow with the jungle guys. Like compared to the other junglers right now, Fredwin is quite slow. You can see he's gonna get level 4 now, but S-Bog should already be level 4. But I hope he's able to make up in this tankiness. But it looks like they are going to try and want to gank that plate. But Minotaur can already read it, and then obviously as he sees Minotaur, there's going to disengage. Looks like they are going to be playing for the total fight. If you look at the total fight, thank you. If you look at the total fight here, Esbog is already trying to clear that creep. Michaning lead on to Fred, and immediately Fred is already half HP here, guys. I don't know if he's even going to be able to contest. Looks like they are still going to contest. Regardless, Blue is going to
all
want
right.
to try and go into the back lane and come over to you.
All right, we see that going on the back line there. One of that grab, but we need to get in. Everyone still has. She's able to pick up that throttle for themselves, but Super Saiyan get taken out by Joy. The fight is in the side with Super Saiyan. The Saiyan is literally but they keep going for fight that she use that penalty zone, but then again not able to get anything still from that fight. That's the penalty zone ultimate. Yeah, I think.
No, it's not penalty zone. It's a penalty zone.
Oh, that's a penalty zone.
No, that's not penalty
Yeah, I
zone.
think
Actually. It's the Grand Slam. I think is. I think is. Biggest Grand Slam, but that was it dealt basically no damage to the team of XENAGOGUE that ult, but that was a beautiful team fight. And I don't know what's wrong with Danny. Danny's retry is probably I don't know, he's probably stuck in between his ass because he hasn't won a single retry that was contested. Oh, that was a well played flicker coming in from both gold laners to to outplay each other. Looks like okay, we're gonna see a bit of that's Mark Stacks already. Well, yeah, my issue with just these tanky junglers right now is just their speed, to be honest. But like, if you're able to play well around it, then cook, man, just cook. I can see Glue out rotating Lapo Lapo. It's gonna try and clear that mid wave, but looks like we're gonna see Florine doing Florine things, being quite aggressive, getting mass stacks, but immediately Lapo Lapo is gonna come in to try and zone I weird. I think Lapo is such a good answer to that choosing pick because you can just basically zone out of the entire team fight.
Mhm.
It's like they want that void that cast blood and look at that flicker
Yo.
engage coming from Harry. They want his blood and they got that blood well paid coming from them. That was a four-man gang clearly executed. Nothing Voidaka could do. His flicker was on cooldown because he used it like a couple of minutes ago and he's just gonna drop it. And just like that, they're gonna get this total uncontested. But you can see Cheesy in the gold lane trying to get something back. And he's going to be able to steal that nicely. But look at Tata. Tata spotted him, but looks like he's going to be able to walk out of there. And Tata is taking a lot of damage there, guys. What is he going to do? Is he going to hold that? No, he uses sprints and he goes back in. Looks like they want to get a kill onto Cheesy, but Cheesy is just a bit too tanky. And Jolene brings him back. And we can turn and get from Laplapo. Looks like he's going to flick out of there. And we can see Florinos coming out immediately. I've been wondering when Minato was all game and he comes in, welcome Minato, but is unable to do anything because they do not have the damage. Because it's definitely Lord Jolene that's going to do that damage for them. And Glow doesn't have the damage. Clint is the entire damage, and Clint was not in that same fight. So basically played out as you expected because the moment Fred didn't drop, Lapo has to flicker out of there. Right, so this game is very. Over to you,
You say?
Kami. Thank you. No, I said
All
over
right,
to
all
you,
right.
man.
All right. Literally like being bamboozled right now. You should see the plays coming out from both teams. Like this is what it means to watch two of the best playing out in the grand finals, you know. And right now I think Cartel is literally still trying their best, even though the gangs towards Voidaka is a bit gruesome, you know. But then again, I think they still have what it takes to win this game number two, though. Let's not sleep on that still. But then again, we have the Church who have been pushing for all, but so far so good. Cartel have been doing some wonderful job, putting them in their place. Literally, I think they're gonna go for this dive once again. I have nothing to do to escape against this. We see the dive coming in as she's be walking on to Irene, forced to back from that fire. And that we go for the pipeline down, that's slot that grab that, go for the kill. God is out of the equation once again. I don't know what is cooking, but that smoke is getting to me literally. Man, what is this game number five? All right, Kral, I think I'm speechless right now, you know.
Yo, that's team that entire team fight came off the back of Fred, man, and that's another kill onto Clint again. Cheesy on that Fred he's showing why he's number one Nigeria Fred. He's letting us know that it's not just Alice he can use to bully, he can also bully on that Fred. I think Clint is definitely out of his mind going and we're gonna see not on the chopping block again. And so really enjoy the online this late game. It's just gonna be crazy. And like I said, Beatrix, those Beatrix doing unstoppable. And Beatrix is one of the most annoying match ones to go back against because she has so much sustain, she has so much utility. She can push your tower without she can push your towers even without a way of using the sniper and all of that. And Cheesy that is supposed to be that's supposed to have a slow farm, is farming quite fast. And Xbox sees Cheesy and he just ults out of there. I mean, Danny has really been. Danny cannot beat the fraud allegations, man. All the games in Jungle, man, I don't think he was able to secure a single retro that was contested. But let me stop eating on Danny for now. Let's look at the game. Tommy, are you there? All right, so Clint is gonna try and farm a bit. Clint's gonna try and farm a bit in the gold lane because he's finally has breathing space. And then you can see that Sicilian is already online quite early on. So that spells doom for the side of Zeningo. Looks like the reign of the church is slowly drifting away, guys. The reign of the church is slowly eroding, guys. Is this gonna be is going to be the match. Is it going to be series that seals it for us guys? Because we can see Cartel right now, they are building themselves a comfortable 5K gold lead. And you can see Voidaka is
Yeah,
farming the goal. He has a statement to make, he has something to prove, and he is showing us tonight.
that's a very, very, very nice analysis from the arms of crowd there. But then again, the Lord is literally up right now, and Cartel will be going straight up for it. Right now, it's a bit of fish right now for the side of XENAGOGUE, you know. But then again, don't sleep on that. As we see Super Saiyan get pushed by the side of XENAGOGUE, that three-man alternative is lucky not to fall. But we will do much as XENAGOGUE will be fighting back and back with the kill. And when the big push is now three-man out of the equation, one man I need to
Ooh.
say, but what
What
is
happened there,
that?
guys?
She's get
How did
pushed up there. Man, for that guy is on a rampage.
that's Void being Void, man? Beautiful play coming from Void. You can see, you see that thing. I wonder what Cheesy got a bit careless there, getting himself killed. He forgot about S-Bug S2 and got pulled all the way into the tower. And then if you look at it here, man, I don't know, should they contest? Okay, S-Bug is a bit too late to that party. But looks like they're still going to go regardless. Or it looks like they have to disengage now because they were able to get anything. Hope is coming from the side of Cartel to melt that Lord just in time. And you know, Beatrix has all the damage in the world. She's on the 811 KDA. Can we please take a look at the build? I want to see what she has on, man. She odds like hell. Oh, okay, just look at that. She's going straight for the damage. Malefic gun, demon, and bit of despair, and just going straight for the
Yeah,
damage and
babe.
building the anti-heal immediately. And see our bread for the last item. And I'm wondering what she's going to build next. Maybe she's going to go for more penetration. Maybe she's going to go for the. Um,
You
I
want
think
that
she should
strike?
go for more. Yeah, maybe Hunter Strike. I think she should go for Hunter Strike. I think that would be the best course of action for her.
She
Yeah.
would need. I would think she need the what is item name that gives you shield.
So Rose Gold. Yeah, I think Rose Gold won't be a
Yeah,
bad
Rose
option
Gold.
also. For a bit of sustainability because I think she has enough
All right,
damage. So she just
see
has to
Tata in a
prevent
bit of
herself.
situation right now.
All right, so Tata is forced to use his sprints to recall and get out of there. Sicilian is doing way too much damage here. Chizzy is gonna be fine. Edborg is gonna ult, but he's definitely going to be fine. Chizzy brought back in the team fight, but Florin just used that ult here, guys. And you know you're in trouble if you've used all your resources, then Florin, then ult. Ooh, Tata is gonna get a kill onto Cheesy. That's a shutdown kill. And he's not gonna survive that, man. His life gets cleaned by Sicilian, and just look at that. They have to defend this Lord 2v3. Ooh, cleans damage there. I think Sicilian needs to be careful. Sicilian needs to actually be careful. Did you see that? He wasn't expecting damage. He needs to be careful, actually. He needs to be very careful. Right now, Lapu Lapu just has one assignment. It's basically kill cleans, man, and nothing more. But I think Voidaka is also not a child's play, man. That bro is, like I said, is a demon. Any gold laner, Beatrix, Bruno, anything he puts his hand on, man, is just absolutely lethal on them. And we're going to see fights for the blue buff, and it looks like Cheesy is going to be the one claiming this blue buff right now. Sicilian with the zoning is going to use his sanguine claws to zone out the entire enemy team. Esbog is just doing Esbog doings, and we're going to see team fight breaking Lapu Lapu straight
All
into the
right.
back line. Hillsborough is going to ult backwards. Florin's ult is going to come in. Jolin's in a bit of trouble. Clint is going to get
Man, I don't
deleted
really
by
know what Irene
Sirion.
is doing there.
And is this the game, guys? Is this the series? Is this the series? Looks like the Suzanne can't really do much, guys. I personally don't like Suzanne as an hero. I think I prefer Daz Legendary. I think I prefer the fast side. I prefer my damage mages over my I prefer my damage mage every day over the what they call it, over the utility mage any time of the day. Legendary coming from Voidaka Void, and that is the wipe, guys. Thank El Cartel. Man, Kami, you do the others, man. You do the others.
Sorry about that. But ladies and gentlemen, once in a lifetime, we get to see El Cartel showing us why they are the drug lord. Indeed, the chefs did try to preach for us, but then again, the drug lord said, like literally lost the first match. That was, I think, 4 days ago. But right now, they said we've re-strategized and we have this game tonight for us. And this secures it for us tonight game. Ending with a 4-1 series. El Cartel crowning the West African Pro League champion. They won the IESF, making them the best team internationally for Nigeria. And once again, West Africa, they're showing us that indeed they got what it takes to still be the best. Anyway, that was a fantastic performance for the side of El Cartel. Sorry about that, but the cookie just got me choked up there. And right now, I'm overjoyed to see that someone has probably turned the table and the kings are falling and the drugs lord has arrived. Anyways, Carl, that was a very wonderful performance from El Cartel. What do you think about that? See them, I think Carl left us. But I think that will be all for tonight's game, you know.
Oh, sorry
Like I
about
did.
yo, Kami.
All
Sorry,
right, don't.
I didn't know my mic was muted, but yeah, Choco on that minute though. That was a roasted lamb, and it was served to the platter of void aka. It was basically cooked, man. It wasn't able to play the game, and you know when your mid duo doesn't have any damage, yeah, and you're against and Sicilian's kills off that early, man. I felt it was GG right from the moment that they lost the early game on Susan. Because Susan had like zero damage. All their damage had to come in from the side of Clint, man. And Clint has a lot to deal with. Lapu is on his ass. Sicilian is on his ass. Also, Beatrice is on his ass, man. Like, bro, I had no chance, man. This draft was won by the side of El Cartel. And then I think they basically outdrafted Xenagogue in like four. In all the 4 games they won, they outdrafted Xenagogue nicely. And you can see the results. Well paid coming in from the side of the drug lords. Like I said, they are the underdogs. They have the ingredients to win. Let's see what they can cook. And they cooked one hell of a beat for us, man. Looks like everybody's gonna be high tonight. Thank you very much, Elgato.
All right, I think that will be it for tonight, guys. I hope you guys were entertained though, because the cooking from the side of the drug lord was indeed wonderful. And tonight, I think we'll be joining the core team. Yeah, it was a nice performance coming out from both teams. GG's to XENAGOGUE for trying their best, and congratulations to Cartel once again for being crowned the West African Pro League Season 2 champion. Anyways, guys, until next time, see you. Love you all.